Hi everybody and welcome back to the Upside Dan. It is time to start talking about my most anticipated movies of the next month. What are my most anticipated movies of February 2022? Coming to theaters February 4th is Moonfall. A mysterious force knocks the moon from its orbit around Earth and sends it hurtling on a collision course with Earth. This movie is directed by Roland Emmerich and written by Spencer Cohen, Roland Emmerich, and Harold Closer. This film stars Halle Berry, Patrick Wilson, John Bradley, Michael Pena, Donald Sutherland, Charlie Plummer, and Wen Yu. I'm always up for kind of a good disaster, action, adventure movie, and Roland Emmerich, well, some of them are not like fantastic movies. He does a good job, I think, in this genre. Even though I've only been just recently getting into his filmography, this one has definitely caught my eye. It doesn't look like it's going to be an amazing piece of cinema, but it looks like it's going to be a fun time at the movies. The cast is really good here. It just looks like a good popcorn movie, you know, just to sit back and relax in the theater and watch. So yeah, I think this one is going to be a fun one in the movie theater. Moonfall comes to theaters February 4th. On February 11th, we have Death on the Nile. While on vacation on the Nile, Detective Poirot must investigate the murder of a young heiress. This film is directed by Kenneth Branagh and written by Michael Green. It is based on the novel by Agatha Christie. This movie stars Kenneth Branagh, Gal Gadot, Tom Bateman, Rose Leslie, Letitia Wright, Emma Mackey, Armie Hammer, Jennifer Saunders, Sophie Okonedo, Annette Bening, and many more. I wasn't a huge fan of Murder on the Orient Express, but I did enjoy myself for the most part. I got a little bored at times, but I really enjoyed, Kenneth Branagh and his direction and his performance here. And of course, the all-star cast of the first one, so I was excited for the sequel. Controversy aside, it got delayed, of course, for the controversy, but also because of the pandemic. I'm still looking forward to it. I like a lot of the cast here. This one looks more interesting to me. The first one was good, but I'm really looking forward to where else he goes after a few more years under his belt. I really liked Belfast. I liked his direction there. This is more different than Belfast, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it because of that, something different, but I loved something that he did recently, but this is something very different, and it's a sequel, and I want to see how it performs and how it does at the box office and all of that. And I hope that I enjoy it. I hope that I enjoyed it a little more than the first one. There's a really good cast here. I think that this could be fun. I hope there's a good mystery and a good whodunit, and I hope that I'm surprised. I just hope that I have a good time at the movie theater with this one. Death on the Nile comes to theaters February 11th. Another film coming out February 11th, just in time for Valentine's Day, is Marry Me. Music superstars Kat Valdez and Bastien are getting married before a global audience of fans. But when Kat learns, seconds before her vows, that Bastien has been unfaithful, she decides to marry Charlie, a stranger in the crowd, instead. This movie is directed by Kat Coro and written by Harper Dill, John Rogers, and Tammy Sager. It is based on the graphic novel by Bobby Crosby. This film stars Jennifer Lopez, Owen Wilson, Maluma, Sarah Silverman, John Bradley. I know the trailers for this look corny as all heck, but sometimes I am in the mood for just a good romantic comedy, whether it's corny or not. Usually like a mainstream one. I don't usually watch Hallmark Channel ones, but I mean, good for you if you enjoy those. I'm not bashing those at all. Every once in a while I do like a good romantic comedy. I used to be a bigger fan of them when I was younger, but this one looked kind of like one that would have came out when I was younger. I really like the leads here. I like Jennifer Lopez, and Owen Wilson's really good. And I think this looks like a very predictable, of course, very predictable, very cheesy romantic comedy, but I think that it looks like it might be a fun time at the movie theater. And maybe not outright hilarious, but I think that it'll be, charming, cute, funny kind of, and a good time. And I think that if you're a couple and you want to take your Valentine to a movie on Valentine's Day, this one might be the pick for a lot of people. I could see it just being okay. I'm not expecting the world from it. I'm not expecting it to be the best movie ever. I'm not expecting it to be the best romance ever or whatever. I'm looking forward to it for the cast and maybe to hear some original songs, maybe some catchy songs. And the premise, it's cheesy. So I am looking forward to watching Marry Me in theaters February 11th. Another movie releasing on February 11th on Amazon Prime is I Want You Back. Newly dumped 30-somethings Peter and Emma team up to sabotage their exes' new relationships and win them back for good. This one was directed by Jason Orley and written by Isaac Aptaker and Elizabeth Berger. It stars Charlie Day, Jenny Slate, Scott Eastwood, Manny Jacinto, Clark Bacco, and Gina Rodriguez. So this is another one that it just looks like a cool romantic comedy, a predictable one, a kind of a cliche one. It's on the streaming service Amazon Prime, so I think if you have that and you don't have anything to do over Valentine's Day, whatever, this one might be worth a watch. The trailers didn't do much for me at first, but as it got through the trailer, I did chuckle and I did think it looked charming and funny. It's kind of in the same boat, kind of, as Marry Me. I'm looking forward to checking this out. I'm a fan of Charlie Day, at least from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's mainly where I know him from, and I think he's really funny in that. Jenny Slate has proven to be pretty funny, so I am looking forward to seeing their performances and their chemistry together, and if they end up together at the end, who knows with these kind of movies, am I right? I'm looking forward to checking out I Want You Back, February 11th on Amazon Prime. Coming to theaters February 18th, this is one that I'm probably the most excited for this February, and that is the newest video game adaptation, Uncharted. The story is a prequel to the games, starring Holland as young Drake, showing us details of how he came to meet and befriend Sully. This movie is directed by Ruben Fletcher and written by Art Markham, Matt Holloway, and based on the video game by Amy Hennig. It stars Tom Holland, Mark Wahlberg, Sophia Ali, Antonio Banderas, and Tati Gabrielle. So I know video game movies get a bad rap for the most part because most of them are just, they're okay or flat out bad. Uncharted is going to be the next installment in my excitement for videos that I started with, Scream from 2022. So I'm not going to say much about Uncharted here and why I'm excited for it, what I'm excited for exactly, my history with the video games and what the characters and whatever. So I'm not going to say a lot of that here, but just know that I am pretty excited for Uncharted, and you'll find out why in my excitement for video. February 18th coming to theaters is Uncharted. Also on February 18th we have Dog. Briggs, who alongside his companion Lulu, a Belgian Malinois, travel down the Pacific coast in time to catch their best friend's and handler's funeral. Directed by Reed Carolin and Channing Tatum. Written by Reed Carolin and Brett Rodriguez. This movie stars Channing Tatum. This didn't look flat out amazing to me, but it has a dog in it. Well, I don't think Channing Tatum is like the greatest actor. I do think he has really good comedic chops, and he has gotten much better since he first started. And I mean, 21 and 22 Jump Street are like my favorite comedies, basically. So he's amazing in those, but it has a dog and a cute enough story. I hope that it gives some laughs. I did chuckle a couple times in the trailers. I'm excited for this one. It looks like a good road trip movie with a dog. So there's a dog in it. If you didn't know, it's called Dog. There's a dog in it. And that is the main reason I'm excited. And I do think Channing Tatum has charm and really good comedic chops, like I said. I hope this one's at least enjoyable in the movie theater. I hope that I have a fun time at least. I'm not expecting a masterpiece here. I am a sucker for a lot of these dog movies. Dog comes to theaters February 18th. Coming to Netflix February 18th is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. After nearly 50 years of hiding, Leatherface returns to terrorize a group of idealistic young friends who accidentally disrupt his carefully shielded world in a remote Texas town. This movie is directed by David Blue Garcia and written by Chris Thomas Devlin. It stars Alice Krieg, Nell Hudson, Elsie Fisher, Olen Foray, Mo Dunford, Sarah Yarkin, Jacob Lattimore, and Mark Burnham. So this one seems like a spiritual sequel to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Kind of like the new Candyman was called a spiritual sequel to the original Candyman. So that I don't know much about this one at all, really. I'm just excited for it because it's a horror and it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I think that the original is a really good movie, a really creepy, intense, seedy movie. It makes you just feel like icky, and I think that it did a great job with the atmosphere. I hope that this one can do that as well. Now, I don't have the highest hopes for it. I hope it's good. I hope it's at least okay. I hope it's an enjoyable like horror thriller. I hope it's a little scary. I hope that it brings back that feel of the original, but I don't know if it will, obviously. I really don't know much about it. And I can't remember the other Texas Chainsaw Massacres I've seen, but I think I've seen the remake as well, and I enjoy the remake. It's fine. And I've seen Leatherface, the origin, which I didn't hate as much as I thought I was going to, but it still was a little boring. But it was fine. So I'm looking forward to watching this on Netflix February 18th. Another film coming to theaters February 25th is called The Outfit. This is one probably not a lot of people have heard about. An expert tailor must outwit a dangerous group of mobsters in order to survive a fateful night. This movie is directed by Graham Moore and written by Jonathan McLean and Graham Moore. It stars Mark Rylance, Zoe Dutch, Johnny Flynn, Dylan O'Brien, Nikki Amuka Bird, and Simon Russell Beale. This one is probably one not many people have heard about because I didn't hear about it until I was going through my list and seeing what was releasing in this month. But I watched the trailer and I didn't even watch all of the trailer. I was like, yep, I'm seeing this. I think this looks really good. I think this looks like a well-made movie. I'm not even one it's a little different than a mobster movie, but they are mobsters. But I'm not usually one that's into that genre. But I was really interested after seeing this trailer. I think the cast is really good. I'm a huge fan of Dylan O'Brien, so anything he's in, I'll pretty much watch. I think that he is such an underrated, talented actor. I think he deserves so much more than what he's gotten. I mean, he's gotten some really good roles, but he's just so underrated. I don't know, I feel like he should be an A-list actor. I really think this cast and this crew are really gonna bring something special to this movie. It looks like a really well-tailored, no pun intended, movie with a really good plot. I mean, I don't have much to say. I really don't know much about it. Like I said, I didn't even watch the whole trailer. I watched part of the trailer, was in love with what I saw, and I was like, you know what, I don't even need to watch anymore. I hope you check it out. It comes out in theaters February 25th. So last but not least, February 25th is Cyrano. It was in my most anticipated of January, so I'm not really going to go through the whole spiel of the plot and the cast because I already went through it in my January. It got moved to February 25th, and so I really hope it does come out this month. I am excited for it. I like Peter Dinklage. So like I said, I'm not really going to go through it all, but Cyrano is last but not least on this list of my most anticipated of February 2022. What are you guys looking forward to in February? Let me know down in that comment section. Are you looking forward to any of these that I've listed? Are there others that I didn't list that you're looking forward to? Which one of these that I did list are you looking forward to the most? Let me know down in that comment section. Please blow up that comment section. If you've liked what you've seen here and you want to see some more, click around here to see some other content from me. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video with the movie fans in your life. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, and come to the Upside Dan.